Yeah, so you are welcome to the Qualitative Research Series. This is the fourth section we are having since we started in July. So the section for today is we're continuing the topic applied qualitative analysis using ATLAS.ti is a part 2 for the section which we started in July, 25th of July, where we had an introduction on the software. So today we are having a facilitator who was able to join and then share some expertise with us as well. But before handing over to our facilitators, I just want us to have some ground rules, please. The section is recorded and your continued participation indicates that you have given us your consent to continue recording. So we have the best learning space and we need it to be orderly. Therefore, we will ask and encourage everyone to remain muted except for the speaker. Please use the chat box to refer to any difficulties during the sections. And if you encounter any technical issues, please send a message to our WhatsApp group or you email me directly. I'm adding the WhatsApp group to the chat box so that you can you'll be able to email me, or join the WhatsApp group. Also, during the question and answer, please raise your virtual hands or type your questions in the chat box so that we will be able to pick as many questions as possible as the time permits. So, I will now introduce the facilitator. First of all, I am Ugochi Felicitas Oputa Ozukwu. I'll be the moderator for today, and I'm also the coordinator of the Qualitative Research Series. So you're all welcome. Our facilitator would be Lodrick Wabwaya Odo. He's a public health researcher and is a consultant. He's currently serving as a managing director of Audrey's Research and Consulting Group Limited and Audrey's Logistics Limited. He has an MSc in Population and Reproductive Health from Makerere University, and he has a certification in health longevity from the National University of Singapore. Also, he coordinates the African Regional Convening of Parliamentary and Legislation, AFRIPAL, and He's a certified ATLAS.ti trainer. He specializes in qualitative data analysis and research methodology. I know we've all met, most of us have met Lodrick, so I would like us to give him the opportunity to please go ahead with the section for today. Thank you all for joining me. Please, over to you, Lodrick. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you so much, Ugo, for the introduction and for the great work that you are doing. And hello, everyone. Good morning, evening, and afternoon from wherever you are. As introduced, I'm Lodrick Wawirodo, and today I'm glad to be back. It's a great pleasure to see you all again for session 2 of our program, where we will be diving deeper into applied qualitative analysis using ATLAS.ti. I hope you found our first session insightful, and I've had a chance to explore some of the tools that we introduced. Today's session will be much more practical and hands-on. So we will start with just a quick recap of what we covered last time, just to sort of favor our colleagues who are just joining us today, because I know we could have a number of colleagues who couldn't attend last time, but they are here now. And then also, we tend to have another session that will be the third session. So because of that, I tried to come up with just key main things that we are supposed to cover in this session. And just like one of our colleagues asked last time, so today we are going to do, of course, last time we tried to do manual coding using ATLAS.ti. So the colleagues who are here, I'm sure you currently know how to code. Then today we shall mainly focus on AI coding, and after that we shall do some sort of analysis, and the analysis will include doing the text search, doing the named entity search recognition. We shall also do the segmental analysis. We shall do the concept analysis, opinion mining. Of course, we shall see how word frequencies work, and at the end, we shall try to do AI summaries and AI conversation if time allows anyway. We want to keep this exactly 2 hours. So colleagues, if you have any question or any query, as Ugo said, who is our moderator, you will always ask in the chat, or you'll have time to raise the hand, or if they allow you, ask directly. Yeah. So allow me to start to switch on or to start sharing my ATLAS.ti software so that we can start. I believe we all have access to ATLAS.ti, and we all have access to the previous prospect that we used. So I'll begin to share. I hope all the colleagues have access to it. Ugo, please, can you confirm if you are able to see my screen?
Yes, you can. I can see your screen.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm sure you all remember the project that we were working on last time. We named it SRH project. So it's the one that we are going to open. If you open your ATLAS.ti, you can see where the projects are, then yeah, we proceed. I hope everyone has opened the ATLAS.ti and we on that screen. Just to give a quick review of what we did last time, we went through what ATLAS.ti is, and also tried to explore the different windows of ATLAS.ti. The other thing that we did mainly was to know the kinds or types of coding, where we talked about inductive coding, that's bottom-up approach, where you generate codes that are not predefined. You generate codes according to what you are reviewing or what you are reading in the transcript. We also talked about deductive coding, where you can use a code book or a framework that you already developed in advance, then you just export just import to your ATLAS.ti and begin analysis. We also talked about in vivo coding, where we say that in vivo coding you use the participants' exact words as a code. And I remember also colleagues were more much interested in quick coding that we covered last time. I just wanted to give that hint so that our new participants know what we did and where we are. So I will open our documents. I hope colleagues, you are following. Like I said, this is going to be a practical session, just like last time. So I want to first be assured if all of us are having the same interface, or all of us are having have the tools, the trust that we have, and we proceed from there. Ugo, can you just verify that for me?
Please, can you raise your virtual hands if you have the same screen or the same interface that okay, please, I see Akemi plus, please, can you raise your virtual hands, please? Just a few of us. 3 people, 4. Could you please raise your virtual hand? Oh, some people are first timers, okay? I have 6 people so far. 7, 8, 7. Okay. Please, Lodrick, do you want to confirm if they have the screen or they have the interface of the Atlas?
I want to confirm one, if they are all able to, of course, if they are having the same screen where I am, then also if they are using the Windows application of the ATLAS.ti, not online, because they are quite different, and our focus is for the desktop application, because we cannot run all that we want online using the web.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we just have a very few first timers, but most of the people who have joined in, I believe, have already got to this point where we are. But if you don't, please, can you put your technical issues on the chat box? But I think we can proceed. Yeah,
All
thank you.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ugo. Colleagues, just from where we stopped, I would want to suggest, since we are going to use AI, and I wouldn't want us to maybe disrupt what we did last time. I want us to create a new group. Then after creating a new group, we shall use AI. Then maybe we shall try to see the few codes that we generated last time, if they tally with what AI will give us. So just like we did last time, I'll request all of you to go to the documents. Under the document manager, you will see new. Scroll down button, then go to group. We can name it maybe KII, key format interviews. Interviews too, just to show that this is the second trial. Of course, I wanted us to proceed with the first one, but it's good, the fact that AI now makes things easier. Order to see how fast AI can be, then we can go through what AI would have done and we edit according to our preferences. So if we've all done that, you remember how we copy what we want. If you have Windows laptop, just press Control, then just check all the interviews, copy them and drag and drop to KII2. I hope we are there. Then after that, we are going to open the new group that we created, key format 2. Someone is raising up the hand. Okay. I'll proceed. I'll proceed, yeah. So after copying that, so we want to see what AI can do. We are going to our menu bar up, or the upper bar that's called the menu bar. So we shall go to analyze. We shall go to search and code. When you read search and code, we have text search, we have regular expression search, we have named entity, set meta-analysis, concept, opinion mining. Then we shall go direct to AI. We have AI coding. And when you're applying AI coding, this one generates codes and themes are not just basing on the trust that you gave it, and that is using the inductive approach. Then when you go to intention coding, this one you give commands, or you give the instruction, what you want mainly. And remember last time we were just assessing the factors, we were assessing the barriers, and mainly the recommendations. So we are going to ask AI under intentional coding to give us the factors, recommendation, and maybe the other thing that will come out. So our interest today is to use intentional coding, not AI coding. AI coding just work like ChatGPT. You can add there something, then you start asking. Then after doing AI coding and trying to check all this analysis, at the end we shall do AI summaries and conversion AI if we have time anyway. Yeah, so I will go to direct to AI coding. It will bring this dialog window where you see we have the documents, then the document group. You can check here from the document ID, or since we have groups, just go to the document groups, select the group that we want. That's key format group 2. So we are going to say next. After selecting key format group 2, when you check the selected documents, you see we have 4 documents that are selected already. So we are going to work within these 4 documents. So I will press next. So when I press next, it will bring a dialog window that has questions where we need to add our objectives. Remember, like we said last time, when you're doing analysis, mainly you focus on your research questions, because it's the research question that you, at the end, you'll be answering, or you are be giving the responses to. So our first thing that we said we wanted to find out the barriers, or you can just say what are the barriers to access of research. Then the other thing, you press enter. The other thing was, what are the facilitators? Then we wanted, you can just write recommendations. So after inserting all maybe objectives or what you want to be generated, you will just go to next. Then AI will extract. As it's extracting, it will bring that dialog window that shows us some instructions. Intentional AI coding, then they say the text contents of the selected documents will be uploaded to OpenAI for processing. So you have to agree with the license agreement. So you're going to agree. After agreeing, you check next. So it will cross-check what you're checking for, all the barriers that the objectives that you wanted to analyze. So here, like you see, mainly we have access barriers, access facilitators, then you see we have questions, then code category. So from there, you can improve if you want. Like for instance, when you look at what recommendations, they said under the code category, it brought improved recommendation. So we can just remove improved if we want and maintain recommendations. I hope you are all following. So we shall start coding, and this will take us something like 2 to 3 minutes while we are coding. So as we are waiting for the coding, if anyone has any question or Ego, you have anything to raise, you can raise as you're waiting for the coding to be done. Just 2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Gary Kayi had their hand raised earlier. I don't know if their issue has been resolved. Please go ahead.
Hello,
Gary
how are you?
Kayi, please. Yeah,
Yes,
go on,
thank you so
please.
much.
Yeah.
Logic seems to be very fast. I want to also to follow. So maybe you can repeat the process twice so that we can easily follow.
Okay, as it's coding, you can tell us where you are. Of course, we can just minimize, then you can minimize this, then you tell us where we are. Where did you stop? Okay, me,
Gary
please.
Kayi. Okay. I think he just wanted us to, go on, please.
Okay. I was saying when you did, when you went to the intentional AI coding after that, so that you can write the three codes. Yes.
Yes. I went to intentional coding. When you read the intentional coding, it will bring sorry, just when you check intentional coding, and unfortunately I'm running it down, it will bring a dialog window that will have the questions where you are supposed to add the objectives. Are you there? Yes, Gary? Are you on that dialog window? When you read on that
Yes.
dialog window, you can just add barriers, you add facilitators and recommendations. Are you there?
Okay. Yes.
After
So this is the
adding,
window.
go to next.
Okay, this is the window that I was looking for. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, after adding, you go to next. Then when you reach next, you will accept the license, then you proceed. Colleagues, we are trying to save time. We have a lot to cover, but of course, if we really move on the last time, we really moved on the at a very slow pace, and we were unable to cover what we needed, and also I think when today we move like on that pace, we might not finish what we tend to cover. But of course, I will try to be kind of slow, but of course, practical as we tend to. So when you look at the dialog window here, let me maximize it. Show that ATLAS.ti has already, sorry, sir. Show that ATLAS.ti has already brought, has done its analysis. So you can see we have results. Then we have ATLAS.ti has found 190 quotations to quote. So we have barriers. When you look here, I hope you're seeing where my cursor is on the left. We have key themes. We have barriers. Then we have facilitators. Then we have recommendations. So what we do, this side, we have sort of the quotations. So we are going to apply what Atlas has done. I think you can see when I'm scrolling. So we are just going to check apply. So as AI coding is being applied, now it brings another dialog window that has discover your results. It shows analyzed documents, there are 4. And then it shows down that the newly created codes are 426. We have newly coded quotations that are 190. Then in the middle, we have top applied codes where we have access barriers, or access to barriers where we have disability, sort of. Then we have top co-occurring codes. Co-occurring codes means codes that are sort of repetitive, or yeah. Then we have top coded documents. Top coded documents shows the documents and the number of codes that are there. For instance, if you look at document 3, we have 207 codes. Document 2, we have 124. Then document, so document 1, we have 124. Then document 4, we have 78. Yeah. So what we do after that, we just say done. And we go back to our ATLAS.ti. I hope most of us are there, because I really wanted us to move on the same pace. Are we there, colleagues? Ugo, are we following?
Yes, please.
All right, thank you. So from there, we can just open, you can open even our one document here and see. You see that all the entire document is coded, just like we did last time. But when you check on the left, you see codes. We have 8 main codes. Then we have recommendations. Of course, the codes that we have access to barriers, we have access facilitators. Then we have 32. Remember, it's repetitive here because we had some that were manual last time. You remember the ones we did? The facilitators that are 4, they're the ones we did last time. Where you see access to barrier 3, they're the ones we did last time. So we can remove these, the ones we did last time. Then, but you just delete, then we also delete this, the one we did last time, because we just want to focus today on what AI generates. So now overall, also recommendation, last time we had 1. So I'm going to remove the recommendation that we did using manual editing. So we have purely AI generated codes and themes and codes. Remember, last time we had quick coding. Sorry, we had the NVivo, code NVivo. This is the one where we have MMN, if you remember. Yeah, but I'm going to maintain that. Yeah. If we are all there, I just have a comment to make. Once you're done with generating codes and themes using AI, intentional coding, now it's your work to review what AI generated and also to clean what you feel like you don't need it in the codes. Remember, AI is giving a hint, so you'll go page per page. But of course, I've used ATLAS.ti intention coding several times. You realize that actually 95% or sometimes close to 100, the codes are right to what you want. Yeah. The other things that when you use the intention coding, what ATLAS.ti does, it even codes the questions from the interviewer, and also at the same time it codes the responses from the respondents. So as the first thing that you do, you go you can go document per document while reviewing. Then you check, for instance, when you check this code, you check if it highlighted any code. You can start with any code and theme that is under the interviewer's questions. You delete, because you are not going to, sorry, you are not going to report what the interviewer was asking. So you go code or theme per theme, then you just delete. When you're deleting, you get the code itself, or that circle you're seeing that has that has, for instance, the theme and the code at the end. So you tap on it, you right click, then you go down, you say delete from project, then you delete. Then you do the next, you tap on this, still you delete from project. So you do the same thing for all documents to say that you have clean work, not having repetitive work. For instance, if I'm the one asking questions, there's no way I'm going to code what I'm asking. I only code the responses from the interviewer. I mean, response from the respondent or the interviewee. Up to where we are, is everything clear? I just want to confirm that. Or if anyone has any question up to where we are. Ugo, please, you can verify that before I proceed, because this is key.
We don't have any questions in the chat box. The major questions, the concerns were mainly on the first recording. So I would like you to please if you can do a little bit of the recap while you're in this part too, so that some people can remember or catch up. Yeah, thank you.
You said a recap for?
No, what I mean is any section, any part that you get to on the screen, you can just give a little bit highlight of what we did in the first section, because it's like they need to remember based on the first section. I don't know if you
Sure,
understand
that's
what
fine.
I mean. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Colleagues, especially those ones who just joined us today. We said when you want to generate a code, what you do, you first highlight the sentence. Doesn't matter whether you want the whole statement or the whole or part, but so what you need is the right quotation. You highlight, because sometimes you may have a sentence or a paragraph that has many codes and themes within. So what matters is you just getting what you want to present here. So what you do, you highlight. After highlighting the paragraph or the sentence, you right click. When you right click, you'll say apply codes. Then it will bring, of course, for instance, for this case, we are working on barriers, but we name them access barriers. So you can just type access barriers. But of course, after writing access barriers, you add a colon. After adding a colon, just space once. Then, for instance, if you read that statement, I say, okay, let me see if I'm checking on the right statement, because I wanted us to follow. Okay, this is the statement for the respondent. So I'm going to check the statement for, I was checking the statement for the interviewer. Let me check the statement for the respondent. So we are going to highlight the respondents' responses are the ones in blue. Then for the interviewer are the ones in white. Why we did that we just wanted to make it simple especially when you're coding, so that you don't start checking. Sometime when you're tired, you read, and you can end up quoting maybe for the quotes from the, the interviewer. Yeah. So for this case, what we did last time, we said when you want to code the responses, you highlight the whole statement, whole paragraph, or the whole sentence. After highlighting, you right click, then you apply codes. For instance, when you read that statement, the person said, for me, the training I need more is on gender-based violence, and because these people experience problem in this facility like raping. So when you read that statement, for instance, the fact that you are looking for barriers, so you will say barriers to access, and this is I'm just going to follow what what we have here is access barriers. Then, like I said, after writing that, you're going to add a colon. After adding colon, you space once. Then when you read that statement, means some of the challenge that these young people get is on rape or defilement. So you can say defilement or defilement or rape. Then we already have AI generated already defilement. So what you do, of course, here now you enter, or if you already have the code, you just tap on it. But now here, since we are naming it like first time, I mean to those ones who are just who joined us today, once you do that, you tap on enter, and it will create that code of defilement there. Yeah. I think we don't have a question. Like I said, now we are cleaning what the responses from the respondents, I mean respondents from the interviewer, and we only maintain the codes and themes from the respondent. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do, so that we only remain. But of course, I'm not going to clean everything today. I just wanted you to know how to clean that, and you remain with the clean version. Of course, with your additions here and there, if you feel like you need to add a few things. Yeah. Any question? Because I want us to move to something to the next part.
Yes, I have.
Hugo, do you have any question?
Akemi's
Hello?
hand is raised.
Yes.
Akemi, please go on.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
sure.
you. Go on.
Okay. So when cleaning these codes, for example, between line and 7, there is one section that is highlighted, but it includes the questions from the interviewee. So how do we clean that? Do we have to copy all these codes together and then highlight separately, or how do we clean?
Thank you. The question is, for instance, there's some statements that highlight, right?
Yeah,
That highlight the
from line
entire.
7 to 9.
Yeah, you can remove the key, the actual codes and themes from the responded side. Then after you minimize. For instance, we are going to do a sample. Okay. Let me check like this one,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like this one. So what you do, you check what you want. Like we said, the respondent, we don't quote for the one for respondent. You're going to minimize, right? Down, and you just minimize that, right? Then you read the codes that are there. Were they from the respondents, or they were from the interviewer, right? So
Yeah.
when you read here, for instance, the respondent was even getting refills for treatment. So the point here is treatment access, right?
Yes.
So you are going to remove the distance. What you do, you tap or you check the one for distance, right click,
Yeah.
and delete it. So you remain with the one for access, treatment access. I hope you got that now.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Yeah, so that's what we do. We keep on cleaning the entire document. But of course, when you're done with cleaning the entire document, what next is that you can do at the same time, while you're cleaning, you can add the theme and codes. Or if you prefer, you can say, let me first clean, then I come again to add the themes and codes. But of course, if you are doing it first, you need to if for saving your time, you need to do it at once. You add new codes, edit new codes. I mean, edit codes that you feel like they are not supposed to be there. You can even delete some or maintain all according to what you want. Yeah. So for learning purposes, we are going to move on to something else, so that now we know that we've done this, what's needed. Colleagues who joined us today, we said if you have something that you want to edit in the actual document, what you do, when you look on this menu up, we have the menu that has comment, the name what, you go to edit, right? You check that edit, then it will make the middle or the code manager panel this panel for the panel for the transcript to be like an edited Word version. So you can edit, for instance, you just highlight this, or you can edit what you want. For instance, I can just add, like, are you seeing what I'm doing? I mean, if I want, I save. If I don't want, I mean, I just delete. I'm just showing you an example. Then when you're done, you again check it, you cancel. It will mean that you're done editing what you want. So that's how you can edit the transcript that you already have, because sometimes you may get a transcript and it has some errors. Maybe you need a line, maybe you need to join some paragraph or some statement or sentences. So you just join and you proceed here. Of course, I'm repeating a few things because we have colleagues who joined us today. What you are seeing here as the numbers are line numbering for reference purposes. Even when you're quoting, ATLAS.ti will say this quotation, it was on the line number this or on this number. So when you're quoting here, I think that's it for the coding using AI. But of course, don't forget to do the editing, renaming codes, and doing the general check to clean your entire transcript. It's the same as when you're doing the manual coding, though of course manual coding is slow. When you're doing this coding is faster. Of course, you only remain with just you rethinking some codes and themes. Yes. Can we move on to something else? Hugo, is everything okay?
Yes, yes. Do
All
you
right.
need a recap, or we should just go on to the next program? Yeah, please go on.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to close this. Then, of course, when you want to see what we have, you look at the project panel explorer on the left, this one. This is the project panel explorer. It shows the project that you have is SRH project, number of documents. It shows the project, then the number of documents. We have 4 codes. We have 5 codes. Memos, we've not generated memos, and code groups. So when you go to of course, document group shows 3 because we had FGD2, KII, then yeah. Then when you go to code groups, we have 2 code groups because one, we have in vivo codes, then AI intentional codes. Remember, in vivo codes we applied last time, that's why I just said we maintain it, but AI intentional codes, we have 428. Yes. So now we can now start doing some sort of simple analysis or reviewing what we have to see how if they make sense anyway. But of course, remember we are using the data that's not clean uh, for learning purposes. But of course, the concept doesn't change. Everything's the same whether you clean or not. But of course, you need to clean so that when you're, for instance, generating graphs or you are generating maybe networks, you have networks that are within the cleaned version. Yeah. So what we are going to do, of course, right now we are going to begin. I think I should begin with name entity recognition. Of course, this one we use it when you just want to select the codes or themes according to institution. You can use the documents. So when you look at this menu, we have text search. Of course, let me begin with text search and you see what it does. Text search, when you want to search anything about the transcript that you're doing, what you do, you tap on the text search. It will bring a dialog window. Yes, yeah, it has brought the dialog window, this one that I'm moving around. Are you able to see it?
Yes.
The new dialog window, good.
Yeah.
So when you look at the new dialog window, it has 3 sections. One, we have the one that has documents. We have 4 documents. Then we have document groups, then selected documents. You can select all the documents here. Also, you can go to the document group that you're working with. We are working with document group 2, key format 2, same thing here. So for this purpose, I can select here all, but now let me select clean format group 2. So when I'm done, I will continue. So I will enter any word that I'm looking for. If I'm looking, for instance, if let me just see what can we search for here. For instance, access issues. Back to, I can type here access. Sorry, access issues. You see, it's already showing you the synonyms 0 out of 38. Yeah, so it doesn't show that we have but it also shows up we have paragraphs. You can check sentences. You can check the words. Okay, you tap on maybe what, then after you add, then you keep on adding whatever you want to check here. That's just, then after checking, maybe you can say, let me show the research here. Is showing, it's not showing any word there. I just wanted to show you how to search anything that you want, but mainly the key thing is on name, entity, sentimental concept analysis, and opinion mining up to conversational AI. So what we are going to start with, I want to begin with the named entity, and we see how it works. So when you go to the named entity, you are going to do the same thing. You are going to tap on it or check it. Then it will bring the new dialog window. After bringing the new dialog window, we can select, just like we did last time. This time I'm selecting all the documents. You are seeing this new dialog window, then we continue. It will bring, for instance, and when you check an entity category, it brings the person, location, organization, and miscellaneous here. So we can proceed, then we sort what we want ahead. When you proceed it searches, then it will bring something like this. Let me maximize it here. Here you can sort what you want. For instance, we have the person, we have location, we have organization and miscellaneous. We can remain with the organization and see what it brings. You check organization, then it brings the organization that were there. Of course, you are seeing Center 3, Health, Kasensero. Yeah, we have Nudipo, we have Rakai. These are the organizations that were there. Of course, it named Mutukula and Mutukula Town Council as an organization. But of course, so here you just select what you want. Then if you want, you can create code groups for that. Yeah, it just depends on how you want. And of course, it shows the matches, how many that appear there under the organization. For instance, when you look at NPs and M, it's appearing 77 times. Yeah, that's mainly what named entity recognition does. It helps you to know the number of appearances that you have. If you select the location, you can select the location and uncheck. So for location, you can say we have from down bottom, we have Uganda, Tanzania, we have Mutukula, Masaka, we have Maristop, Madina, and Chotera. These are the locations that are appearing in all the all the documents. So you realize the one that appears most is Mutukula 5 times. So this just helps you to know maybe if you want location, how many locations were there and how many the number of times that they are appearing. Yeah. I hope we don't have any question there. So I'm going to cancel this. Yes. Then I will go to sentimental analysis. Any question or is everything clear?
I haven't got any question on this screen. The question was AI coding section. I think someone got lost there, but I don't know if we can go back. Maybe after this one, you can just do a recap. But someone, I think that was Janet, had a
AI
question.
coding what?
AI code, he said they got lost on the section of AI coding. Yeah. So
Okay, no, it's fine. Before I go
now.
to sentimental analysis, I think I said, this is just quick. I said when you want to do AI coding, you go to, of course, we have AI coding, we have intentional coding, we have AI summaries, we have conversational AI. AI coding, I said, this one, it just generates its own themes without you giving even objectives. It does the overall generation of codes, and so after you can still edit the way we're doing. When you want to use intentional coding, and for me, intentional coding is more advanced than AI coding, because intentional coding, you add the instructions, or you add there the objectives that you're working with. So I said, before I tap on it, AI summaries. This one helps you to generate reports or summaries out of the either one document, two document, or the overall documents. Yeah. You can also generate summaries per the themes. Yes. Then conversational AI. This is interactive, like you see ChatGPT. You ask questions, it replies. If we time allows, we shall try to do that here. Okay. So for AI coding, I said what we do. We go to intentional coding, this is the one we used. Then you will check it. It will bring this dialog window. Someone who is not, I hope, is seeing it. When it brings the dialog window, you're going to select all the documents, or if you have groups, you select the group that you want. But for this case now, just for maybe you may have one, or you may have only the documents. Check all the documents, then go to next. When you tap next, it will bring this dialog window. Then for now, see that we have the questions, they're already there. You will put all the questions, then you run. You go to next. We are not running because we are okay. You can, if you go to next, it will bring this. The license, you agree, then it will start running. We are not running because we already have everything. But of course, if you run it to bring the same things, I just don't want us to go back that side. Yeah. I think the person is now okay with that. Okay. I'm going to proceed with the. All right, fine. Janet, I said she's okay with it now. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to sentimental analysis. But before I do that, I just want to explain what sentimental analysis means. Yeah. As you're saying, it's a feature, or it's a feature, yeah, it's a feature in ATLAS.ti, like you're saying, and it helps us to automatically detect and classify the emotional tones or attitudes expressed in your qualitative data. So here it helps us to show how were people's tone, how were the attitudes, were they positive or were they negative. So it scans through all the documents. For instance, like you're going to see, it will scan through all our documents. Then after that, it will come up with sentimental labels. And the labels that sentimental analysis does, it generates positive, negative, and then neutral labels. So therefore, once you do your segment analysis, you find that it will help you to identify those patterns of opinions or attitudes in large data sets. Like for instance, if we are working on the on all these four documents, instead of going document per document, it will run at once. It then you get the opinions, not opinions, but you'll get the tones or the expression or attitudes of how people are feeling while they are communicating. So that's mainly what sentimental analysis does. So allow me to check it. Sentimental analysis is just before named entity recognition. So I'm going to check it. To bring the same dialog window. I hope colleagues you're able to see it. Then after, you're going to do the same thing. You will select all the documents here. After selecting all the documents, you will see it will show here that we have selected 4 documents. Of course, you know the documents that you're working with. Then you'll say continue. So once you say continue to bring this dialog window that shows, let me expand. It shows paragraphs you can change to sentences, but we are maintaining paragraphs. Like I said, you see we have positive code. The sentiment is positive, then it will generate the positive code. Then we have the neutral sentiment, then it will generate the neutral code. And the negative sentiment generate the negative code. So if you are only interested in only the positive and negative, you can uncheck. I mean, positive and neutral, you can uncheck negative, and you only may have two. If you are interested in all, just mark all. Then you say show results. So you will go to show results, and it will do the following. Colleagues, I think you're seeing what it has done. Of course, after the set meta-analysis, doing this analysis, like I said, it helps you to know how people are responding, the people's tone, whether the tone was negative or whether the attitude was positive or neutral. So after that, I'm going to say apply proposed codes. Anyway, if you want to apply. So I will apply all the proposed codes. But before you apply all, we have several options here. When you look at this small, we have apply codes all. Then you have only apply sentiment that's negative, only positive and neutral. But of course, I'm interested in knowing all. So I'm going to select all. When you apply code, ATLAS.ti will show you, like you've seen that, all the sentiments are being applied. Then you can even cancel this. Are we following, or do you have any question on that before we check what you want?
I think I have Akemi. Akemi's hands are raised. Akemi, please go
Please.
on with your question.
Yes. When we only have positive, neutral, and negative sentiments, can we also add more?
Not really, because of course, ideally, like if I ask you your perception on something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Some people may decide to be neutral, right? Or some people may say, maybe I feel positive about something or negative. We have those three options. Yeah, you cannot add.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. All right, welcome. So when you're done with accepting or applying all the statements, so you go back to our document panel here, or Project Explorer here, on the left. So now you can see we have we have the codes, we have barriers, facilitators. Then the last ones, the one we just added, and these are statements. We have 428. So we want to expand it. You check the drop down icon. Then you realize that we have negative 59. We have neutral 329 and positive 40. So if you want to report, or depending on what you want, you can see that we had more of neutral responses or neutral comments from the respondents as compared to both the negative and positive. Though we had more negative comments or negative sentiments from respondents than the positive. I hope you can do that. I don't know if we have anyone among the participants who is where I am, or who is following who has followed up to where I am now. I don't know, but of course, that's what sentiment analysis does. It gives you the negative, neutral, and positive, but with giving you statistics here. Do you have any question on that? Again, I want to move on to something else. I want to move on, I think, to the concepts.
Hi.
No question, right?
Hello.
I think someone is speaking, please.
Yes.
Who is speaking? Your name,
Tony.
please.
Tony here.
Okay, Tony, please go on.
So after doing the sentiment analysis, I applied the quotes, but it doesn't group it for me like it did for him. So I don't know if I did. I don't know if I can
I
share my
didn't
screen.
get the question well.
So
Pardon, please.
after doing the sentiment analysis and applying the quotes, right? I can find
Yes.
it in my panel, but it doesn't group it for me like a group for yours that you saw negative, having maybe 200 and 100 and something and all that.
Did you follow all the procedures? Did
Yes,
you apply all, or you only apply the codes?
yes, I
Oh,
applied all.
let me show you, for instance. We went to Centimeter, right?
Yes.
Then what we did, I just want to repeat, we checked all. After
Okay.
checking all, we continued, right? Are you following that?
Yes.
Then we said show results. Are you saying that?
Yes.
When you reach here, let me maximize. We have apply codes. Are you seeing this? Then apply proposed codes. Which one did you check?
So I did apply proposed code, and
Yes, can you do
I
it
checked
again?
all.
Do it
Yes.
again. You've
I
done
mean,
it?
yes, I've done
Apply
it.
all. Okay, then when
Yes.
you've done it, cancel. And we will go back, you check if you have. Do you have the segments organized like you are seeing on mine?
No, I still have it like the first one. So let me share a screenshot, or can I share my screen?
You sharing means I have to go.
No, so don't worry. Let me send the screenshots
Okay.
in the chat box.
Yes, you can send
Maybe
the screenshot. You can send the
which
screenshots.
two things. One, which version of ATLAS.ti are you using? And secondly, is it paid for?
No, it's
Maybe
not
we
paid.
could have an issue there. Yes? Is it a trial
It's not
version?
paid. Yes, a trial version. Yes.
But I think if it's a trial version, it should be working. You send that we could sort out where the issue
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
So I've sent the screenshots.
You've sent to WhatsApp or what?
The chat box.
Ugo, just a minute. Let me just check the chat bot. I hope mm, Ugo, can you forward the screen to my WhatsApp? Because it seems I'm unable to check access when I'm presenting.
Yes, I'm
Ugo,
doing that. I will do
okay,
that to
that's
your
fine.
WhatsApp. Can Gini
Yeah,
Kachuku ask a question while I'm sending it to you? Is it all right?
yes, the question what?
Gini Kachuku's hand is raised. I think she has a question.
Yeah, let him ask as we now. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma. Good afternoon, sir. Um,
Please go on.
yes, so I actually did a short qualitative survey, um, probably to practice this later on. So, from what the other participants said, that means sentimental analysis we may not be able to use it since we are using the free version.
No, no, no. I just wanted to verify that, but I think if he's able to reach where we reach using AI, intentional coding, there's no way it will not fail. Yeah, it will work out. Yeah, we just want to cross check and see where the issue is. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that. He could be having an issue somewhere that we want to figure out. Yeah. But of course, even if we fail to figure out now, after the presentation or after the session, he can link up with me. Then yeah, or in the group. Then we see how to sort it out. Yeah, I think that's clear.
Yes, as then secondly, um, like similar to in vivo. By the time you did, I'm just bringing. Is there a way? How did you gather everything and send it to Word documents? I think I missed it part after AI coding. Is there a way to? Did you do the part of importing your results? Something.
Ideally, we've not reached that level of importing, exporting. Of course, we got the documents from where we saved. Of course, I can call that importing, uploading the files, the document that we have here. But of course, we will not reach the level of importing and exporting, and that will be on the when we shall have the last session. Yeah, that's when we shall do importing, exporting. Exporting the bundles and also doing the report writing. That will be in the last session, yeah. But of course, yeah, some things they're quite similar with the NVivo, though ATLAS.ti is quite easier and yeah, user friendly.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, welcome. I think we can proceed. Ugo, have you shared the screen? I just want to confirm that.
Yeah, I've sent it to your WhatsApp.
Okay,
Yes.
just let me just check. Yeah, I'm just checking to see where the issue could be.
Visible. Yeah, someone confirms that the sentiments are visible on the free version. It's just that it's a small, it displays a small new window. So
You
it's,
said that
I
what?
think Janet, I think she's using the free version. She's confirmed that the sentiments are visible, but it's only that
Yeah,
it
sure.
displays it in a small new window. So it's possible it's there, but Tony is not seeing it the way your own screen displays it.
Yeah, of course, I'm seeing Tony is having all the sentiments combined, but not categorized like, yeah, true. He's only having this sentiments 428, but as the code, not categorized like here. So that's why I was asking if we really did what we know we did. Um, Tony, as we proceed, maybe you might need to delete this and try again. But of course, if it persists, we can do it after. The good thing, the aim is that you already know what to do, right? So if you know what to do, that shouldn't be an issue. We can do it later. If you still face the same challenge, we can do it later. Or any other day you can organize, then we meet here. I think that's the solution that we could have, because I want us to move to something else. Is that fine?
Yes, that's fair enough. I think
Okay.
he can, yes, he can go ahead to check on it after the section. Yes, please, we can proceed. Thank you.
All right, that's fine. Thank you.
Sorry,
Of
I was
course,
raising my
I just
hand.
yes,
Hello?
please. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to interject. I was actually just a question around the sentiment. Must the sentiment be negative, neutral, and positive? Can we have
Yeah, sure.
different thing, or can we increase it, or reduce in terms of adjusting or changing what the sentiment is about?
Okay, for you, if maybe I can just ask back the question to you, right? If you meet someone and maybe you're talking to them, right? What is your expression? Do you have beyond maybe being neutral, or maybe if you are discussing about something, do you have maybe something beyond positive, negative, and neutral? Yes. Of course, I want if you really have it, then yes, do you?
Yeah, I don't know whether you categorize maybe the personal opinion on being neutral, because I feel the sentiment is about your reaction to their opinion or what they've said, whether it's a positive thing or negative or neutral. But if it's something that has to do with it's something you're not reacting to, probably something that is just their opinion. Where do you categorize that? Do you categorize that as a neutral thing?
Okay, of course, we are going to opinion mining, but still, even when you are giving your opinion, of course, if it's a study, your opinion belongs to those three categories, and I think that's why even ATLAS.ti team, they came up with this, according to their groupings. Yeah, even you can analyze your opinions, and it will still give you the same thing.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Maybe when we get to opinion mining, maybe I can understand better.
Okay,
that's fine. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, someone is checking. Can we check the code groups? Yes, code groups. We have under code groups, we have two. We have in vivo codes, then intentional AI coding. In vivo codes we applied last time. Then we have intentional, the ones that we are doing now. That's what we have under code groups. Yeah. I think that's it under segmental analysis. So allow me to go to opinion mining. And we see how opinion mining does. But before that, just to explain briefly, opinion mining helps us to automatically detect and extract people's opinions, feelings, and attitudes. So this is about your opinions. Like my colleague was raising the issue of opinions. then feelings and your or your attitudes. That's mainly what opinions does. Opinion mining does. It helps you to detect how you are feeling, and still it still has the same thing, whether your opinions were positive, like we are going to analyze and we see. Also, it's about figuring out whether the talks should be analyzing whether there were some expressions or people were positive, negative, or neutral, like just like we did under concept mining. I mean under segment, and that's why I was telling the colleague who was asking that whether even your opinions can be analyzed in those three categories. You can have your opinion or suggestions, but the suggestion you are giving can be positive, negative, or neutral. I also support that, but of course we have different suggestions, but for ATLAS.ti we are limited to that. Yeah. So allow me to check the before opinion mining. I wanted us to first do the concepts, right? Then after we go to opinion mining, I just wanted to follow the order. So when you check concept, it does the same thing. Did you see what I did? I've cancelled. I came to concept, just checked it once. Then I want to check all the documents. So now this is what concept does. Concept combines what you have, and it can bring you can see here we have the tree map, list, and cloud. But of course you can save this. Yeah, so this is the one that we have. It's showing the key concepts in the among the four transcripts or the four documents. What are the key concepts? For instance, we have child. It's appearing 53 times. Shows the frequencies as well. We have service. It appears 39 times. We have, of course, AJ, MN, LO. These are names of the respondents and the interviewers. So they are like AJ appearing 34 times. Challenges appears 24 times. So that's what the concept does. The concept shows you the key concepts and the frequency, the number of appearances that concept is appearing. So you can save this by just going to image. When you tap on image, it will bring where you can save, then you will save there. I'm not saving because I was just showing a demo. Then when you're done with tree map, you can check the list. Also, that's the same. It lists for you the key concepts. For instance, when the concept or the word people is appearing 146 times, disability appears 98 times, and parent appears 67 times. This one gives you the frequencies or the count of appearances. Then from there, you can go to cloud. This is like, of course, it shows you the cloud for the key concepts here. Of course, the ones we've been checking even under tree and the list, now you key concept to have people, disability. And I think you can see when I take you to the list, you can see that the word people is appearing 146 times and disability 96, then LO 110. So those two are the ones that has the big font. They are the ones that appear. I mean, if like people is appearing the highest time, that's why it's in the center and it has a bigger font as compared to others. That's how cloud works. I think unless if someone want to have a question there, but that's how cloud works. Of course, memos we've not we've not maybe added manual memos, but of course when you tap on memos, it brings this. It will bring the concept, the number of count. Like I said, memos, these are sort of the things that you write on reports that help you maybe when you're reporting. So this is the memo for the key concepts. It shows you how many times, then noun phrases, where this is counting. For instance, people, we have these young people, we have people here, we have these people. So these young people is appearing 38 times. Then we have these people, under these people is appearing 25 times. You see young people 16 times. That's how the concept work. And when you go to the memo under concepts. Yes, then I'm going to cancel this. I think under the modes or models, This one we need, of course, we don't have the latest model. Let me check if, yeah, it will bring a need to install the latest model. So we don't have it, or the one currently installed here. But for now, we have the memos, cloud, list, trim up, and also if you want to save. That's how the concept work, or the concepts work. But remember, concept only gives you the keywords or terms that appear most times, or key things, keywords appearing in all your documents. Of course, you can check. You can say maybe you want only to check the key concepts in one. You can say you want to check the key concept in one document. Are you saying that? I've unchecked and left only the document one. When you check a document one, let's go to the list and see document one, which is appearing most. Under document one, you realize that we have MN, who is the one appearing most. Then disability, or people that was appearing most times, there here is appearing 32 times. Then disability 27 times. So it depends. You can keep on checking. If you want to compare the concept for two, or check the concept for two documents, you check the two documents. Do we have any question on concepts? Oh, it's okay. I've canceled that. I think unless if someone has a question on that, if you don't have, then we go to opinion mining. Ugo, do you have any question on that?
I don't seem to have any question in the chat box. Or does anyone want to raise hands to ask a question? I don't have any question for now. Thank you.
Oh, sure, that's fine. Right away we'll go to opinion mining. Still we have the same steps. Just check on it. The way you checked on concept, sentiment, then check all the documents. That's if you want all the documents. And you wait for it to load. So this just show you maybe like we said, opinion mining of different people, what their feelings. Yes. So here the young people, they show like we have 21 matches. We have this one generates few tables, but of course a few graphs, sorry, but of course showing your opinion on a few things. Yes, unless anyone has a question that, but of course you can also try to reduce on the number of, you can check, you can menu that one document. Yeah. Then for, like we said, young 5 times, then we have 5 matches. Pregnant, we have 3, even just like that. It shows short graphs, but of course, depending on sort of the keywords and also the number of appearances. Yeah, I think this one we don't have much questions on it, and unless if we have. But that's what opinion mining does. It just generates key things, then with appearances. Yeah. Okay. If we don't have any question, then before we go to AI summaries and conversation AI, we can check sort of the networks. Of course, allow me to cancel here so that we check the networks. So how do we generate our networks? We can generate networks according to, maybe you can get networks per the documents or per themes. But of course, it depends on, sometimes you may have a lot, the document may have a lot. So mainly, I want to get something that's not appearing most times so that we see how networks looks like. And okay, just checking here. Networks helps us to show the relationship, or it's illustrative or visualization, part of visualization, but showing the relationship. So I can check recommendations that we have 31. Like when you want the network, for instance, when you go to recommendation, you right click, then it will bring show quotations, show in manager, then show network. So we'll go to show in network, then check that. Then, of course, up is showing something small, or I can go to layout. Then I do circular. Are you seeing that? But of course, you can edit this and remove what you do. I'm just trying to expand so that you see what next, how network is. Just yeah, I'm trying to expand. Yeah, so network shows the relationship, the where you are seeing the nodes act as the codes for, key things. We are seeing the lines, but I wanted to get something that is not too complex with few appearances, so that let me first cancel this. I wanted something that that's not too complex. I'm checking our codes. Okay. Yes, okay. I can check, for instance, we have here access issues. So I'll right click. Remember, access issues is a code. So I'll right click, then I will show a network. Are you seeing what it's bringing? Ugo,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. Yes.
So this is what network does. You keep on just checking whatever you want. So the access barrier, so here it's showing the access barrier with the documents where it appeared. But of course, we can add a lot here. For instance, if I can right click under it, then I say I want to add neighbors. Under neighbors, what do I want? I want to add codes. Under that, we already have code. Then I want to check still under neighbor. I say I want to add the quotations. Are you seeing what it does? So when you check
Yes.
under this, you go, maybe you can come here, then you just tap on it, then it will show what the quotation is. Then, of course, you can tap the first one, still, it will show the quotation. Then every quotation that you tap on, then it will lay out the quotation. Then you can see showing document, that quotation. You can go to the document here. Then it will show you where it is, right? It's here. Then, of course, you cancel. Still, you go back. If you want to still check the quotation, you check that. Like I said, you can add a lot on this. Let me see if you had of course, if we had groups, it will show you the group that we are working with. Yes, so this is under group intentional AI coding. Have you seen that? The one that I've highlighted. So networks helps in the sort of visualization. We have network. Of course, we also have COCARES and codes. We shall work on COCARES codes next time. When we shall be finalizing all the queries and code documents, we shall work on them on our final, last time. I mean, when we shall be having our final session here. So, do we have a question on networks? I can cancel this, then of course I can check another one. Of course, now when you say you want to get the networks for the entire theme, for instance, barriers, it's too big. It has a lot. Because we are saying we have 155 codes. Okay, we can just check, then right check, then check network. You're going to see something very small, but of course, when you minimize, this is it. It's routing. Of course, let me do the circular one. Then, so this one showing the networks for all the codes. Are you seeing that? It's showing you the networks for all the codes that you have. Yes, the theme is the theme is access barriers, then with different network, but you can keep on removing. If you don't want documents, you can just tap here, then maybe you remove the document if you don't want it. But if you want to maintain, you just leave. We have here where you're seeing layout is where you change the layout of your networks, because we have hierarchical that's top down. If you tap on it, I think my cassette freezing. Okay. So this is what hierarchical does. Of course, there are many. That's why they bring it sort of a line. If you want straight routing, it will show you there are too many. Why I did circular is because circular shows there are many, but of course it shows in the circular format, not when you are using just a line. Yeah. Do we have any question on that? On networks?
Yes.
But these are
Yes.
things that you can keep playing around. Yeah.
Yes. Ginika Chukwu has a raised hand. Please go ahead with your question. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ma. Thank you, sir. So I just want to ask, as qualitative researcher, what's the main thing we are meant to present? Because I'm sure of thematic analysis and content, but this network is new to me. Concept, the one for concept, I'm actually new. I think I've seen word cloud before. I just want to know, like, when we are actually presenting a qualitative research, what and what should we focus on as the results? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. I can tell you that qualitative is broad. You can actually get even statistics from here, like you've been saying. But of course, in the next session, you're going to see when we shall be doing document, or we call it the TQRS analysis, then code document analysis. Beyond the network and beyond the opinion mining, you will see we shall have a sort of relationship, but giving statistics. Now, the question is, what are we supposed to present? One, I said right from when we started that when you're doing qualitative analysis, or when you're doing a qualitative study, one, during the analysis, you're going to follow your objectives. You are going to generate themes, then after themes, you'll have the codes. Of course, when we are presenting, we present the key themes or the or codes, then also you explain them and you add the quotation. Now, if depending on the study you are doing, and also there are sometimes they will ask you sometimes, like, if depending on how you maybe if you're good at visualization, you can add even visualization and it will look good. And also you can add like you said you know the what you said the cloud, you can add that image from the cloud. But mainly if you are to present, you should give attention to explaining the theme, what you found out, then adding the quotation. You should focus on that. Of course, we have a lot that you like you're saying that you say the network is new. Networks, those are visualization that helps you to maybe have clean report. Of course, sometimes if you want to present something statistically, for instance, if you are presenting, you can actually have the demographic information generated from here on age, sex, gender, all the things can be generated from here. Yeah. But of course, the focus should be on explaining the themes and also adding there the quotations. Yeah. Plus, if you are quoting, you must add who said that. For instance, if I'm to quote something from maybe key format 2, in the bracket at the end of the quotation, I will say this was KII02 health worker Mtukula, to reflect where, or I mean, the person who said that. Yeah. I don't know if I've answered your question, but mainly that's what we focus on. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right. You're welcome. Ugo, before we proceed to AI, of course, we said we wanted to make this quick and also try to cover what we tend to before we proceed to AI and start playing around with our AI summaries. And can you ask if we have any question before we proceed?
Yeah. So please, if you have a question, please can you drop in the chat box or raise your virtual hand? We have 30 minutes left, Lodrick. So I believe the next phase is just a bit of a roundup. So if you have any
Yeah, sure.
question from starting of the section up until now, if you have any confusion, any issues, just like Tony had raised. If you have any such issues, can you put a question now or raise your virtual hand? Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ugo. But of course, there are some things we shall cover next time. For instance, if you want to get your information or the codes for and you want to follow documents or you want to follow the quotations, you can go to, for instance, I want to go to the codes. Someone was asking last time, I don't know that how maybe do we report? Of course, like I said, you once you're done with the analysis, you can actually close your ATLAS.ti and continue with your analysis somewhere when you have everything in Excel. How? So what you do, you go to, for instance, when you check at the codes, if you want information, all the information about access barriers, what you do, you go to that access barriers. You may not maximize it, just leave it the way it is. Then you tap it twice. Then it will generate a new dialog window that has Excel, the Excel version. So what you do, that Excel version, you maximize it if you want anyway. Then what you do here, you can still apply codes or maintain the way it is. Then what you do, you'll come here, you export. Of course, we're going to cover this more in the last session that we shall have. But of course, as you go, you can be practicing before you even meet. So once you reach here, of course, you can review. But once you reach here, you export to Excel. When you're exporting, it will ask you what do you want to export. So when you're exporting one, you should export the ID. If you want, you can export everything. Here you mark all. But of course, you can check what you want to export. I want you colleagues to be keen on this. We need the ID, we need the quotation name, we need the document name, we need a document group if we have, but this might not be necessary anyway. You can uncheck that. We need the quotation content. We need the comment if we have any comment anyway. Since we're not commenting, you can uncheck that. We need the codes. Of course, we can have the references, then created by you may remove, may not be necessary. If you want, modified by you may remove. Also still created, and what you can only leave whatever you want. Then for instance, when you want, someone was asking on exporting, when now you're done with selecting whatever you want here, you export. I just want to see you guys to see how it will look. When you export, of course, it will export, then it will open like that. So this is what we've been doing. Are you able to see? So now we've transitioned from the ATLAS.ti documents to now the Word version. But remember, this is only for the barriers, right? But remember still, we have some statements or paragraphs that contains all the barriers. It contains the facilitators, still you find them here. But this is mainly for the barriers. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
So
yes,
it will give you the ID, it will give you the quotation name, it will give you the document, and the document, for instance, the ID is 1.7. This means it's on this line number 1.7. Then we have the quotation name. We have the document that this is the key format one, the first one. Then the quotation content, what the person exactly said, and all the codes for that quotation content. Here, reference number, it shows is from just only, that's only line 14. The density, it's showing 14, then created when it was created, and then the date and date modified. So you can always use this when you have this per theme or per document. You may not necessarily need to go, you may not necessarily need to go to ATLAS.ti. Yeah. I'm just going to close this. I just want to show that, colleagues, you can try it out when you're done this, so that next time we meet, you'll be fine with it. Yeah. So I'm going to close this. Then we go back to, I'll not save. We go back to ATLAS.ti. Okay. So now we want to do some sort of AI summaries so that we see the small reports that we get. So what we do, we go to AI summaries. After this, we shall go to conversation AI. AI summaries, so we shall tap on it. So it will ask, do you want AI summaries for all the documents? Do you want for one? So for now, since we are trying out to see what will happen, then we shall see all the documents. But remember, you can do AI summaries for codes. Yes, we are going to do one. The first one we want to do for all the documents. Then when you try next time, we shall do for codes. Yeah. So I can come here, then I say we need documents. AI summaries for documents. Yeah. You can check here the document. If you have documents, good, or just take the documents. Then we shall say summarize. I hope we are following. So it will do the summaries within, I think, something like seconds or within a minute, not more than 1 minute or 3 minutes. No. Yeah. Ugo, do you have a question from anyone? As we are waiting for our AI summaries, because we want to see the report that it will generate.
Okay, it's just Akemi wants to know what is density. I think that was from the last slide. Yes, it's asking what is density. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. This just shows you the sort of the number of appearances, like you saw 11, right? That's sort of what this means. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gini Kachuku, Gini Kachuku is really engrossed in this. Please go on with your question. Gini Kachuku, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma. Sir, for this AI, does it mean we have to be online so that we can be able to use the AI coding, intentional AI coding, and the summary? Hence, that has to do with AI, or we can do it offline.
Okay, that's a good question. I have a desktop version, right? But of course, I'm doing it using the desktop. I'm going to be honest. I've not, of course, most time when when I'm doing the analysis, I'm always connected to the internet. But with the desktop version, of course, you have not done it when I'm not connected on the internet. But of course, AI works on the internet. But the answer is yes, you can do it without internet connected, yeah, because it's already incorporated. It's a desktop version. If it was the web version, that's when you need when you're online. I'm going to try it out today when I'm not connected, and I've never, like I said, I've never done it when I'm not connected, yeah, on the internet. Yeah.
Yes, I think I can contribute to this. Gini Kachuku, the Atlas.ti I have, most times I'm not on the internet when I'm using it. So I believe it's fine. Yeah. Just like Lodrick you mentioned. I don't use it while I'm on the web. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. But of course, this is something that you can even explore after here. You can disconnect and explore and see does AI work when I'm not connected. If you have the desktop version here. So this is the report that AI has generated. Of course, it generated according to documents. So we have document one, and they allow me to read under document one the summary that we have. The dialogue captures an interview with a health worker in Mutukula discussing the challenges faced by young people with disabilities in access and sexual reproductive health services, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. Then key points include one, need for training. And the health worker emphasized the importance of training in gender-based violence to better address issues faced by people with disabilities. Then I think, colleagues, you can see that, and actually when you look at the challenges even when you do manually, you will come up with sort of a challenge. But of course, when you are reporting this now, you can explain it deeper than this. Then after that, you can add the quotation, the quotation that someone mentioned about the need for training, and that's how we report. Of course, the second challenge that AI Summary brought up was challenges during the lockdown, and said that young people encountered difficulties such as transportation issues and limited access to refills for treatment, highlighting the struggles to access service during the lockdown. You remember when we started, this was an issue about someone talked about refills, right? So In brief, AI gives you a general summary of what like here we did the general summary of the entire document, but of course focusing on the challenges. Yes, so let's see. Of course, other challenges, we had access to services, we had parental communication, and this one someone said that parents are viewed as generally effective in discussing SRH topics with their children and tend to engage around the age of 15 for boys and 13 for girls. I think you can see the kind of information that come out, and this really can help you to build or can help you to come out with a very nice report when you're maybe reporting, or when you are maybe even writing the entire report, maybe for publishing or what. You can follow such short summaries to come up with a very nice report. Of course, with this, you can print. You are seeing this print here. You can print. Of course, I don't have a printer, but I was just showing. Yeah. When you go to document, of course, it gives you also, okay, let me see this. Gives you the, your rights to edit. Like I said, when you're here and you see maybe something, so maybe you want to explain, you can add the explanations here. I think you can think, yeah. So that is, it come out in a sort of a Word document. You can add in after you print. So this is the memo generated by AI. So we have, someone is asking, we don't need to disclose in our method section. That's a very good question, actually. Currently, everyone, even the publishing sites, recognize, they know that people use AI in some things. So when you know you are going to use AI, of course, a specific type of AI, it's recommended you include it in the methodology part in your paper. Of course, I believe we have here a number of researchers that maybe can even guide on that. But of course, it's recommended on that now. When you know you are going to include, or you're going to use any assistance from AI, it's good to include it. But of course, even those publishing sites, they also have the AI sites that they do use for polishing sort of the English. Yeah, we have here many colleagues who have published many papers, or even who are in the process. But of course, right now it's recommended. Yeah. So when you go to, I'm just skipping out to go to the fourth one. So this one, it says the interviews discussing the challenges faced by young people with disabilities during COVID-19, including lack of food. So this one is also a summary of, but mainly of the entire document. Do you have any question on that? You've seen what comes out. You can try this and see also at your personal level. Yeah. Do you have any question on that? Because I wanted us to run now AI basing on the codes. So when I'm done with this, I can say done. Then maybe before I proceed, do you have any question? So when I said that, you can see with our memos has been added. We have now here the memos where we have the AI summary document 1, document 2, then yeah. So we have all our memos here. So when you are reporting, you can actually use, you can just tap on these memos to help you. Each memo you tap on, it brings the write-up. You can tap on these memos to help you during your report, or during the write-up of your report here. Do you have any question on that?
I'm sorry, Lodrick. I wanted to remind us that the time, we're getting short of the time. I don't know if you can round up so that we can entertain some questions on the whole subject before we round up.
Sure,
We
that's
have
fine.
barely 15 minutes. We have barely 15 minutes now. Thank you.
That's fine. So as I wound up, I just want us, let's go to AI again. Then this time I want us to use the codes. Of course, we are not going to apply all the codes, but I just want us to select something. We can check the recommendation only. Then let's summarize which recommendations were generated using AI and see. So we are summarizing. I do not take time. it will take just some seconds. Yeah, we have our recommendations generated. So I hope you're all seeing. So the recommendation goes, the conversation focuses on the challenges faced. Remember, the recommendations are for all the document because we got the theme for recommendation. It's the one that we got the summary of that, generated summary of all the recommendations that we implemented or we recommended during the interviews for all, among all the 4 interviews. Yeah. So the AI says the conversation focuses on the challenges faced by young people with disabilities, particularly regarding communication, education, and access to sexual and productive health. Then continue to say participants share insights into how parents can improve their communication with their children, emphasizing the importance of counseling and creating a supportive environment. Yeah. So one says one of the recommendations that training and support for parents and community health workers. That's one recommendation. And the second recommendation is communication approaches. Of course, I say parents should approach discussions with their children in a counseling manner, fostering a supportive and understanding dialogue rather than being harsh. So this is the overall recommendation that AI gave. Of course, the other one is access to services, community involvement, education opportunities, and support families. So after that, it gives you the overall recommendation. Say overall, the conversation underscored the need for comprehensive support system that not only educate young people with disabilities, but sexual and reproductive health, but also empower parents. Yeah. So this is the kind of summaries. If you want to maintain that summary in your memos, then still we save that. Do we have any question on that? So you can do AI summaries for each you can do AI summary for each category or each theme. You can do AI summary for for all the documents. Yeah. So now, if we don't have a question, just in 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, we can just check conversational AI. I'm sure we are all familiar with ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and all other AIs. Of course, when you check, we go to conversational AI, check it, same thing to bring the same dialogue. So it will it's you to know when you want to get the information from all the documents, or you want to get the information from only one document. But for this case, let's get from all the documents as usual. Then we start the chat. Yeah, so it will say the text contents of the selected documents will be uploaded to OpenAI for processing. After the chat, OpenAI will forget your data and will not save it for use. So now that's the privacy issue here. When you are discussing your project with AI, they are telling you after the data, it will not be kept. It will be swapped off here. So now after accepting the license, you just check it. So of course, OpenAI is processing. Once it's done, it will tell you the documents are ready. Then when the documents are ready, you will start asking any question that you want, then you'll get the responses. As we wait, Ugo, can we start having questions? Of course, we shall pause when the document analysis is done.
Yeah, so please, if you have any questions, please can you raise your virtual hands, or you can put the question on the chat box so that we can start with the questions immediately. We have 5 minutes for the question section, please. We
Okay.
also would like us to note that after this section, we have more, we have another webinar coming up on the 23rd of this month. So it's also going to have something to do with ATLAS.ti, but not exactly the process like Lodrick is giving us. So please go on with your question. We have a question from Akemi. Said, do you have additional tips for using ATLAS.ti for literature review? Yes, Lodrick.
Of course, what I can say is that depending on what you want to do for literature review, but of course, if you want to analyze the literature, right, you can use Atlas AI. But if you mean doing deep search for the literature review. I mean, that one we have different platforms where you can do that. Yeah, not on ATLAS.ti. ATLAS.ti is for analysis, or for, if you have different literature and you want to get the key themes coming up from those literature, and that's when you can conduct your analysis here using your literature, the literature review that you have here.
Yeah, I mean, for analyzing the literature. So in this case, I would create my codes, probably using the bottom-up approach, or do you have any other suggestion?
Sure, you will always have two options. You can generate your codes or the code book first, then, or you can use the inductive approach, where you generate the codes as you read through. That's okay. That depends on your preference. Yeah.
Okay,
And also
thank
now
you.
with AI, I mean, you can upload your documents downloaded, then you run at once. You saw what we did. It's faster. Then for you, you just start deducting. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So
Yeah,
before getting to the
sorry.
question, we have no time.
Yes, we have another question.
Our conversation AI is ready.
Oh,
Of course, we can ask any question. For instance, we've done analysis, then we can ask what were the barriers, what were the key barriers, right? Key barriers to access of SRH. Like I said, then after that we end. Like I said, this is like ChatGPT. It will give you the key barriers, but of course explained. Yeah, let it start then. But of course, it is reviewing the entire document, so that the barriers that should bring out here. Yes, we have our barriers here. Are you able to see? I know it's a small screen. Are you able to see? So the
yes,
output
please
is
go on. Yes.
the key barriers to access of social productive health services for young people with disability are highlighted in the interview include: one, lack of sensitization and education. You see? Then it explains many young people with disability lines, to give explanation. But of course, it gives you the reference here, right? And when you tap on the reference, it takes you to that reference. So now, when you have this and you have the key barriers, it's very easy for you to get the quotations, right? I'm going to repeat what I did. Yes. I'll check where we are. And now this is the advantage of, this AI being the addition of AI here. I will go to the second, for instance, transportation challenge. You've seen that transport was a challenge. You've seen, fine, it was a challenge. Then you want to get the quotation. Of course, for qualitative, we back up our explanations or our themes or codes with the quotations. So now, instead of you looking through all the documents, searching for who talked about communication challenge, conversation AI will give you the code reference. For instance, if you look at transportation challenge, we have code 7, code 8, code 9, code 10. All those references, they have something to talk about transportation challenge. For instance, I will tap on code 10. Are you seeing? So you will select here. Like for instance, this one said the Guardian just saw her pregnant, so she the Guardian to use. Of course, like I said, sometimes you may have quotation interlinked. So, but here ATLAS.ti enables you to get the reference quickly using that's when it's incorporated. However, when you download it in the Excel version, of course, you will not tap on it and it will go direct. Here, it goes direct to ATLAS.ti because they are interlinked. I hope I'm clear on that. Yes. I'll just do the last one because the time is done. When you check on the communication barrier, still 11, you just tap, then it will take you on the communication barriers. And that's how the advantage of using conversation AI, just if you want to identify the themes quickly. Unless we have any question, I think we can stop there for today. Thank you. Over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Lodrick. I'm so excited about this because I know that ATLAS.ti is something that cannot be exhausted within one section, second or the third one. So I'm really happy that you've been able to cover quite a lot. So I'm glad that we are able to grasp a lot of ideas, all your contributions. We are very grateful. Dr. Charles is here. Ashta is here. Remember that the Qualitative Research Series is brought to you by Rising Scholars and community members, whereby we try to educate, inform, and then also support early career researchers, students, practitioners, no matter the level of roles that you're playing as a researcher, mostly in the global south. So please, we'll give Ashta some time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes to please give us some ideas or at least put in some discussion. Please go on, Ashta. Ashta, we're waiting for you. Please, thank you for your time. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I was searching for the links to share with you, so here we go. Okay. So as Ugo already mentioned, and thank you so much, Ugo, for organizing this very wonderful session with our very beloved facilitator Lodrick. And this part 2 was designed and executed just because our community members wanted it. We wanted to do just part 1, but we felt like part 1 was not enough, and we extended it by 2 hours, and we really hope it was effective for you. I, for one, found it very, very effective. I have been taking notes of my own, and I was also learning along with you. So yeah, thank you so much, Lodrick, for sharing all of your knowledge, and thank you so much, Ugo, for coordinating it with Rising Scholars. And I'd like to request all of you to stay connected with us. We are a global network of scholars from all over the world, and we are aiming to bridge the inequitable distribution of resources and knowledge across different regions in the world in terms of research and knowledge evidence generation. So we keep doing this kind of events to support each other. So I have shared you our LinkedIn, our Instagram, our Facebook, YouTube, website, mentorship platform, and you can also share your writings, your blogs, insights, and anything with us. We have Google Group forum where we keep discussing this kind of ideas on regular basis. You can also sign up on our website to receive regular updates from us. We're very active on LinkedIn, and we also keep on uploading our multitude of resources on YouTube, from qualitative research to social science research to mental health, time management, everything that is incorporated within the realm of research, There is also a link to in-apps that Ugo had just shared. Please check it out. And I will also share with you, we have 2 more events planned for August, and we are currently planning events for September. So keep an eye out. I will give me a minute to share the events of August with you. 2 more are left, and rest will be uploaded on our YouTube. Okay, give me a second, and here we go. So 3rd and 4th webinar are here. So if you are early career researcher or somebody who is writing thesis or stuck in writing the good discussion for your thesis and research paper, which I also find particularly difficult in terms of writing a research paper. So there is a specially designed session very early in the morning, 6 a.m. GMT, if you live in GMT time zone. It is going to be daytime for me, so I'm fine with it. 6 to 8, we have this session on August 15. Dr. Edmond is very well-known person when it comes to research writing, and he's also one of our steward. So please sign up for it. And there is a webinar brought together with the Qualitative Research Series. It is Qualitative Data Visualization and Qualitative Positivism, where we'll be extending our talks from today and we'll be learning new things with Charles Kalinzi. Dr. Charles is also our steward, and he's very, very profound with his experience and knowledge sharing. So sign up for this session and make the most out of this. And if you would ever like to run session of your own, facilitate something, moderate something, just let me know. We are always here to support you. Yeah, thank you so much, Ugo, for giving me this platform. Thank you. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining in.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I would also like us to, like to introduce Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles is here. He's the one to handle the next qualitative research series. Dr. Charles, please. Dr. Charles has been very helpful because I've seen some of the questions he's been able to answer, and that has really saved a lot of time for us. So please, Dr. Charles, we just give you 1 minute, please, to introduce them next section before we take some pictures and then we'll round up. Please, over to you, Dr. Charles. Thank you.
Hello.
Charles, yes, please.
Well, I also just want to take this opportunity to thank our facilitator, Roderick. You have really been very elaborate, handling this kind of practical sessions with such a large group is not very easy, but at least I thank you for being lenient, go back a little bit, go slow. All these are expected. And, for purposes of ensuring that we make you learn and, understand some of these concepts is always our goal. And I hope you have been in position to follow and also appreciate, these days data analysis is really very key. Of course, anyone can collect data, but the question is, how do you analyze the data? And that's why we are really putting a lot of emphasis on data analysis. Of course, as they normally say, depending on the data you collect, it might also give an outcome of the nature of the analysis. But in this particular session, although we are not responsible for the data that is collected, we are only focusing on the data that is meant to be analyzed. So we want to ensure that this process is handled in the most efficient way possible. So I'd like to thank the facilitator, Roderick, and Ugo for excellent moderation, and also Arthur for sharing the insights about author ID and also rising scholars. And please, the participants, we normally have a number of series here. These series are meant for you. So in case of upcoming webinars, could be webinars, could be tea time, could be blogs. So you can always benefit by reading or by participating and also attending most of these sessions. So nothing much until when we meet next time, I think. Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Any last word from Logic, please? We're really grateful. Please, do you have any last words for us? Maybe your contacts, how we can reach you, if we have any more contribution, maybe collaboration. Logic, please, 1 minute so that we can have a picture. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much, Ugo. I think my contact is in the group. I don't know. We have, I think I follow a number of Racing Scholar platforms. So my contacts there, of course, I'm also on LinkedIn using the same names. Of course, I've interacted with Dr. Charles. I've interacted with you, Ugo, on LinkedIn. So anyone who wants to access me, of course, I'm always available, mostly on Thursday evening and maybe on Fridays. Yeah. But I want to thank everyone who has been with us right from when we started up to now. Of course, I know sometimes it takes commitment and, sometimes we take much time, but of course, I really want to appreciate. I want to appreciate all the organizers for this series. It's something that's so inspiring. And of course, like Dr. Charles said, we have a number of people who want to learn these techniques, but of course, where to learn from, they fail to get, of course, when they find some fiscal organization sessions they are paid for. So I really want to appreciate the brains behind all these organization and decisions, because they are very organized, I can say, and I really want to take this time to appreciate all of you, plus all our participants who have been here today, and even those who were here last time but maybe didn't manage to make it. But of course, I want to thank you so much, and if we are to have another session, sure, and it will be communicated. Thank you so much, and have a blessed evening, afternoon, and morning. Over to you.
All right. All right, thank you. I will encourage us to please turn on our video, our camera, so that we can have a picture, just a quick one, please, so that we can remember the events and put it up for some of the people who are interested, who would like to join. Please, I can see very beautiful faces. Thank you. I know we are keeping some, especially those in Asia. The time frame is, I think, but we are really grateful that you could join. So please, you can do any pose. Just can smile, say cheese, go on, please. Thank you. So now we're ready. 1, 2, go. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So I'm just trying to get the second page. Yeah, one more time. Okay. All right. Yes, that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. So we'll just call it a day. Thank you all for having joined us. Thank you. And then we'll see you next time. On the 15th, we have tea time with Rising Scholar, and then on the 23rd as well. Thank you. Bye. Good night, good morning, good evening. Bye. Okay.